Is it audible now? Am I audible?
Yes, madam.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't know what had happened, but okay, I will start from the start. So here I have shown to you how to start, how to go to the virtual lab, actual virtual lab. If whatever lab you want, you can search through the Google, whatever the steps shown earlier. Okay, so now we are studying environmental engineering 1. Okay, so that's why I have opened that environmental engineering 1 laboratory. So here you can see there are the number of experiments are there. So in that, last time we have completed the determination of total solid and total dissolved solids. Am I right? So now this time we will start the total alkalinity of in water. Okay, so what is the aim of the experiment is to determine the acid neutralizing capacity of given water sample. Acid neutralizing capacity of given water sample. So we will thoroughly study that, and I told you why we are studying this part this time, because this we have missed because of the COVID-19. Okay, so in introduction I was telling you what is the alkalinity. The presence of alkalinity, the presence of sufficient alkaline ions in water is the alkalinity. Okay, and absence of alkalinity makes the water acidic. Okay, so water is to be alkaline when pH of water is above the 7. So the range of pH is 0 to 14. Above 7 it is a alkaline, below 7 it is a acidic, and at the 7 we can say it is a neutral. But let me know what is the range of drinking water, pH drinking water. Can you please? What is the range of drinking water standard? Reply, guys. Am I audible? I hope I am audible to all of you. Yeah, 6.5 to 8. We can say 6.5 to 8 is the standard limit range of pH for the drinking water purpose. It should be in that range. So that is what the alkalinity. The alkalinity of natural water is primarily due to the salts of weak acid and bicarbonates present, the major form of alkalinity. You remember that. What is the reason behind the alkalinity? Alkalinity of natural water is primarily due to the salts of weak acid and bicarbonates present in the major form of alkalinity. And it can be expressed in the form of alkalinity in moles per liter is equal to SCO3 minus plus twice of CO3 twice minus plus OH minus minus H plus. Okay, so this is the this way we can express the alkalinity. The presence of alkalinity in surface water is primarily indicates the concentration of carbonate. What it indicates? Primarily concentration of carbonates, bicarbonates and hydroxide contents. Carbonates, bicarbonates and hydroxide contents. Alkalinity in excess of alkaline earth metal concentrations in significant is determining the suitability of water for irrigation. Alkalinity measurements are used in the interpretation and control of water and wastewater treatment process, because many of the reaction rates are depends upon the range of pH. Okay, we are measuring alkalinity or acidity is nothing but we are getting know the pH range. So many actions or the reactions in the water and wastewater depends upon the range of pH. Raw domestic wastewater has alkalinity less than or only slightly greater than that of the water supply. What is the reason behind that? Domestic water supply is having alkalinity less than or only slightly greater than. It is possible actually. Very complex sentence is this. Alkalinity of water is the capacity of yes sir. Yes please. नहीं, वो दूसरा मैंने कर लिया। नहीं, ये करवा लो आप खाली। हाँ, alkalinity of water is the presence of sorry, we are here. Alkalinity of water is the capacity of water to neutralize acid. Okay, it is usually expressed as total alkalinity or caustic alkalinity in water. It is significance. You should remember that it is significant in many uses and treatments of natural water and wastewater. Alkalinity is measured titrametrically by titrating against a dilute sulfuric acid. Phenolphthalein and methyl orange are used as indicator to indicate pH 8.3 and pH 4.3. Phenolphthalein process a pink color when pH is above 8.3 and colorless when pH is below 8.3. So simply, in short, it is explained the process how to perform this experiment. Okay, this is the titrametric method. Titrametric method means what? Whenever we are taking a burette, pipette, conical flask and titrating these solutions, at that time, that method is known as the titrametric method. Okay, and what indicators? Phenolphthalein and methyl orange, two indicators we are using to perform the experiment alkalinity. Natural water alkalinity is caused primarily by the presence of weak acid through strong bases. Okay, may also contribute in extreme environments. Bicarbonates are the most common types of alkalinity found in natural waters, and they are formed by partitioning of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and weathering of carbonate minerals in rocks and soils. Okay, these are the two ways because of alkalinity of water is getting increased. Okay. Thank you. Titration with standardized acid determines the total amount of hydroxyl ions in solution. What happens when you titrate and find out alkalinity? Standardized determines titration with standardized acids determines the total hydroxyl ions. Okay, in the solution. This is well known water analysis process for estimating the concentration of hydroxyl carbonate ions and bicarbonate ions. 3. You remember this determination of alkalinity or alkalinity causes due to the concentration of hydroxyl carbonate ions and bicarbonate ions. This titration has two pH endpoints, P and M. We are going to see in the experiment itself what is that P and M, two endpoints, which corresponds the phenolphthalein and methyl orange indicator. As we are using two indicators, there will be two endpoints, P for phenolphthalein and M for methyl orange. As previously stated, alkalinity in neutral water is primarily caused by carbonate species, and the following chemical equilibria are established in water. Where so you can see the reaction, that is CO2 plus H2O, H2CO3. Okay, and when it dissociates, again HCO3 minus plus H plus ion concentration will be separated out, and then further dissociation of HCO3 minus ions will separate it out the CO3 twice minus ions and H plus ions. What is this H2CO3? H2CO3 represents the total concentration of dissolved carbon dioxide and H2CO3. And the first chemical equation represents the equilibrium of CO2 in the atmosphere with dissolved CO2 in the water. Okay, so this much chemistry is not required for us, so we will not go in detail. Okay, and the relevant Indian standard you can note down here, 1986. Okay, so this is the background or the theory of this experiment. So pre-test, we will perform the pre-test now, and then we'll see how to perform the experiment. Okay, permissible limit of alkalinity in drinking water is I will note your answers, please. I will note your answers. Pre-submit permissible limit, standard limit. Okay, we have studied standard limits of all the parameters: physical parameter, biological parameter, chemical parameter, everything. Okay, and this is very important factor for your competitive examination also. This should be tip of tongue. Every parameter should be at the tip of tongue, because 1 or 2 questions may be there from this itself. And for complete and detailed study of this, you may need just 1 day will be sufficient. Okay, many of you have answered option C, so I will go with the option C. Let us see at the end. Okay, now the next question is, alkalinity in wastewater is useful because it provides buffering to resist changes in pH value. Alkalinity in wastewater is useful because it provides buffering to resist changes in pH value. True or false? We read the same sentence actually. Okay. Swapnil answered true. Anybody else opinion? Any other opinion? Okay, I will go with the Swapnil's answer true. Yeah, Sonali also answered true. Then alkalinity can also be related to hardness because of presence of what? Recently we have discussed that point. Alkalinity can also be related to hardness because of presence of calcium carbonate, magnesium carbonate, sodium carbonate, potassium carbonate. What? Received answers? Yeah, option A, Swapnil, Katappa, option A. Okay, we'll go with these options. Option A. Then alkalinity is important in aquatic life because, why it is important in aquatic life? Because it helps water to remain warm, it helps water to remain cold, it buffers against a rapid pH change. None of the above. Similar type of question as above discussed. Mahesh and Swapnil answered option C. So I will go with their answer, option C. Someone else has also, Sonali also replied on option C. Okay, we'll go to the next question. An alkalinity test measures the level of, measures the level of carbonates only, hydroxides only, bicarbonates, carbonates, and hydroxides, none of the above. Okay, very important questions these are. You can also, anyone can log into this virtual lab. You can study from home that also. Otherwise, I'm going to provide with answers these questions. Yeah, many of you have answered option C. Good response from all of you. So option C, I will click on option C. Thank you. And now we will check the answers by submitting the quiz. Submit quiz. Good. 5 out of 5. All questions are correct. Now you all guys are brilliant. But remember all these things properly. Okay. Permissible limit of alkalinity in drinking water is 20 to 200 milligram per liter. Those who have not paid attention earlier can pay here. I am taking revision of the same questions. Permissible limit of alkalinity in drinking water is 20 to 200 milligram per liter. Then alkalinity in wastewater is useful because it provides buffering to resist the changes in pH. Whatever the pH changes happening because of the presence of algal growth of the algal growth or whatever activities are going on, if alkalinity is there, it will resist the provides the buffering to resist the changes in pH. Alkalinity can also be related to hardness because of presence of calcium carbonate. We know the hardness is because of the carbonates of calcium and carbonates of magnesium. And in alkalinity also, there is a calcium carbonate present. So alkalinity relates to the hardness also. Alkalinity is important in aquatic life because it buffers against rapid pH change. Similar type of questions. Then an alkalinity test measures the level of carbonates, bicarbonates, and hydroxides. If you remember all these questions, definitely it will help you to get the good marks in the competitive examination too. So we got 5 out of 5 because all questions are right. So I will go to the next tab, that is procedure. So instead of learning or reading the procedure one-to-one here, we will start the simulation itself. Okay, you can see here just determination of alkalinity of in water. What is the objective? To determine and neutralizing capacity, acid neutralizing capacity of given water sample. What are the apparatus required? So pipette, which one is the pipette here? I will show with the anode. So this is the pipette. This is the pipette. Okay, you can see here. This is the pipette. May I use the another color to show? Here is the pipette. Okay, then conical flask. This is the conical flask. Then burette. This is the burette. In class also, when we are conducting the practicals physically or the offline mode, that time also I used to give the introduction of the all these apparatus, because many of you are not knowing about the name of the apparatus. So that's why I'm showing here also. Then the beaker. This is the beaker. Okay. Then dropper. This one is the dropper attached over here. This is the dropper for dropping the indicator. Okay. And this is called the burette stand. Okay. So then here you can see in the step, first step, fill the burette with sulfuric acid up to 0 mark. Okay. Then, so this procedure we will learn in a, you can see here, chemicals, what chemicals used. Add 10 ml 0.02 normal sodium carbonate, that is Na2CO3 solution to a conical flask through graduated pipette. So what purpose we have taken Na2CO3? This is a standardized procedure to get know in a water, standard water, what will be the alkalinity present. So that's why we have taken known solution as a sodium carbonate, Na2CO3. And after that, you can go to find out the alkalinity in the water, given water sample by using two indicators. One is the methyl orange indicator and another is the phenolphthalein indicator. Okay. So instead of going through this, I will go to simulation. So where they will show you how to perform this experiment. Okay. I hope less than 1 minute remain. I request everybody to rejoin immediately in the next session, as it may end up within a few seconds. Okay. So then we'll start the simulation in the next session. That is, I will click on simulation.